What's up, guys? It's your boy back at you with another video. You get me? Episode something something. I, I don't know what episode it is, but basically this is man's escape plan. You get me? And for those who don't know what that is, basically I've chosen reselling as my method to freedom. And basically, by the end of this year, I've got to sell 24 items a day, one sale for every hour of the day, and also list 24 items a day. So basically, by the end of this year, I should be listing 24 a day and selling 24 a day, one for every hour of the day. That's basically man's escape plan. You get me? I'm doing all this through eBay. You know what I mean? So basically, I hope I got that right this time because I've been trying to think of a way to like cram basically what this channel's about in like the first 30 seconds. I need to do it quicker, but we'll get better at saying it. You get me? Anyway, that's what I go on here. And today I'm in a good mood because I sold something which I wanted to sell. And it's always good when you get something. Obviously I intend to sell everything, but specifically this, because it was just a venture. It was a new step in a different direction, and I risked like a higher purchase price than I normally would. You get me? And it paid off. So basically I've only got like one item to show today. If like my sideburn looks a bit fucked up, or any of my sideburns look fucked up, that's because I cut my hair today by myself in a rush, and like the fade went all type of wrong, and I tried to fix it, and I made it worse. Hence the hat. You get me? And this hat's also listed on my eBay. I'm gonna have to delist it because I've worn it a few times now, and it's basically mine. You get me? And I am rocking the Blue Ranger outfit today, but basically. I totally lost you see, I talk so much shit sometimes, I just lose the point. Well, the point I was making, I'm not even going to show you that yet because then the video's over, innit? Basically, today I sold something which, like, I basically went out of my comfort zone and started sourcing, like, through a different method. Rather than relying on the charity shops, you can call it retail arbitrage, or basically scouring sale rails, you get me, in different types of outlets and just normal-ish shops, you get me, not just like, you don't just go to Next. You probably could do it just in normal-ass shops, but like, I mean like the outlets and stuff, and but basically like the Nike outlets and Adidas outlets, you get me, and TK Maxx and B&M bargains, and I've been steering away from the hard goods places because I'm trying to stick to clothing. But basically, it's not a charity shop, you get me, which is what I'm used to, charity shops and car boot sales. So, and some of the YouTubers I'll be watching, like, they sell better stuff than me, and it annoys me sometimes, and I want this cool stuff in my store, and I don't mind paying a little bit more, but I feel like after paying a little bit more now for things, not only has my sales slowed down, because that's a different video, you get me, like, as into why my sales have slowed down, you get me, but I pay more for my items now, and I make about the same, maybe a little bit less on each item, so the payoff, let's just say, used items is quicker to sell them, and you make just as much, if not more money on them, so the route I'm going down now isn't necessarily the one and only be all way to sell things. I'm basically going to mix the two together. I'm going to sell like charity shop finds mixed with a kind of retail arbitrage type of thing. And basically, depending on the season, because of where I live, depends on where man's going in it to get the things. And obviously, as we get more money, the route will change. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's enough rambling on. I don't know if any of that made sense or if like I stuck to the point. But basically the point is I've changed my method of sourcing, and like my sales have kind of taken a hit from it, but I feel like it's for the better, because it's not to say that the things won't sell. The things are selling. They're just, my sell-through rate's gone down, man. That's what I'm saying. My sell-through rate's gone down. My sell-through rate was higher before it is now. My store's not even necessarily bigger because, like, fuck, no matter what I do, I balance out, like, sales balance out with my listings. But my store is growing. I'm at, like, I think I'm at, like, 142 listings now, which isn't a lot, but it's a lot to me. Yeah, me. I've been slightly bigger than this before. I think the biggest I've actually been with like legit list. I've been quite big before, but it was all bullshit listings. But with actual legit listings, the biggest I've been is probably like between like 170 and 200 listings. So if I can surpass 200 listings of quality sellable items, profitable items, you get me? It will be a madness. So that's basically my short-term goal. Well, my short-term goal 150 items, but like I'm down. I know I'm gonna get to that by the end of this month. So basically, I'm pushing for 200 items. But anyway, let me show you what I sold today because I have got to go out and do things because my son's at nursery and I ain't got too long. Basically, I went to the Nike outlet, and I'll just leave it at that because I don't want you mans actually finding where man goes. You get me? Like, just leave it at the Nike outlet. You get me? And y'all can do the rest. Basically, it's like I got two pairs of them. They're these like nylon, navy blue and red, shiny, like Nike tracksuit bottoms in it. Now, the reason they're significant, you get me, and this is where like I start getting geeky about things. This is the reason they're significant is simply because it's nylon. You get me? And nylon is like it represents like back in the day when I was a kid, like 2005 times, and there was rumors going around that like nylon weren't good and that. You get me? Because if man light a match near you or something and touch it, man's going up in flames. That's basically the story. So man stopped rocking it. That's kind of like my version of events. Like it kind of went out of style because man's was going up in flames in nylon tracksuits. But like I think it just went out of style. You get me? But basically it's like a retro fabric in my opinion. You get me? And like certain man be bringing it back and it looks swag. And like I just ain't swag enough to rock nylon, but like it is my favourite type of tracksuit bottom. The only thing that pisses me off about nylon, you know, that rustling sound that man makes. And if you're trying to film a YouTube video, to be fair, I actually remember back when I was doing the gaming, like it was hard to do a YouTube video wearing like a waterproof jacket or something, cause you'd be rustling all over the place. Anyway, I'm getting off the point. It basically represents like retro style to me, and it's my favourite tracksuit. And on top of all that, you get me, their swag. But basically, Nike, as you start selling things, you realize the tiers to like different brands, and like in my opinion, nylon tracksuit bottoms are like top tier in terms of just like Nike and materials, because you've got like basic cotton fucking like joggers, you get me, just that jogger fabric, and then you've got like you start getting like silky polyester shit, and then like there's different styles in those fabrics which like might make the item worth a little bit more. And personally I think nylon's at the top because you've got, well, these are kind of close to the top of that range because they're basically, first of all, they're extra large, second of all, they're a good colour, third of all, they're the best fabric out of the tracksuit bottoms in my opinion to sell. Like if I had those exact same colours, yeah, that exact same style but just in like a normal jogger fabric, it would have been a pass potentially because of the fabric. So the style's cool, the size is good, the retro style, I can play upon that, and they're shiny, and it's nylon, and it's like top tier Nike tracksuit bottoms, you get me? Whereas, like I say, if it was just a basic, like, I've got an example actually here, guys, to show you, like, what I mean by jogger fabric. Just like a normal, this is a hoodie, but this is jogger fabric, you get me, just like this cotton shit. And then you've got this shit. And also, it's not just thin, like, raincoat stuff, it's got the lining inside. It's a proper tracksuit bottom, so that was why I was gassed on them. It's their swag. I love this shit. Like, when I eventually have some money to pay £50 for a pair of jogging bottoms, I will get a full black Stormzy thing, you get me, rustling around the place. But basically, guys, I sold those for $44.99 and I paid $16.95 for them. And there's a whole rail in this motherfucking shop. I'm going back for more. I got two pairs just because playing it safe. I sold one, but I know they will sell. So basically, guys, if you're out there and you see nylon Nike like lined trackies. That's like top tier. You're gonna get the most. You're not really gonna ever really get more than £50 for a pair of tracksuit bottoms Nikes unless it's something mad. You get me? That's like £50 about as much as you're gonna get, and they're the ones you're gonna get the money with. If you get some basic ass joggers, you'd be looking at 19.99. You get me? I swear to God, that's the difference. So like a good size nylon Nike, 16.95, turned that to 44.99. So basically, I was happy about that. And they're cool, man. Like, it's cool items in the store, innit? So I was itching because, like I said, I cut my hair and like I was in a rush on the school run and that, and like hair bit everywhere. Lord of mercy. So basically, that's that, guys. I'm gonna wrap them up now real quick and start ranting on. Basically, I got one parcel wrapped down here from the other day, which is going out late. Look at all these cool ass shoes I got down here now, guys. The shoe collection be collecting up. I'll be listening to. I've literally looked. Well, I can't show you because the board's not up today. Basically, I've listed like pretty much every day this month, other than 3 days, which I'm doing my best to catch up on. I will catch up on them items, but it's getting to the point now where I'm in like kind of untreaded waters. I've never really been this consistent, and I'm yet to reap the rewards. I'm getting sales, but like I'm just hoping for some consistent sales to start kicking in. If I can be consistent, you get me? May the eBay lords be with, man. That's all I can say, you get me? But other than that, well, I've got to go now. So, yeah, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, help man along upon the journey, get me? We can all be free together. If you're doing the same thing, let man know, you know what I mean? But other than that, basically, I've got work to do, because I've got plans, you know. Alright, so, yeah. Keep man updated on it. Check out man's Instagram and all that as well.